Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Sharp Sports Media. And unfortunately, last night, the New Jersey Devils, they fell to the Washington Capitals 6-4, and they ultimately fall on the year to 3-2-1. And I think last night kind of showed what the start of the season has been for the Devils. They are 3-2-1, but this has not been a great start for the Devils. In terms of team wise, there has been obviously, and we'll get into it, some individual performances that have been great. Some have not been good, but overall as a team, I think it's shown October. It shows that they have a lot to improve on, the Devils, specifically on the defensive end. They've given up 3 goals or less, or they've given up less than 3 goals only once, and that was to Montreal 2 nights ago in their big 5-2 win. Their defense has not been good. Starting in the defensive zone, the breakout, it's been very sloppy. There's been a lot of misplays. It doesn't look like there's any sense of urgency in the defensive zone. And that's a problem. The passes in the defensive zone need to be crisp. They need to be sharp. And if you're going to wrap it, I hate wrapping. I hate when defensemen wrap the puck. It's much harder on wingers than a direct tape pass, but there's going to be wraps. The center needs to come help support the winger for a little nice tap pass for it to break out, for the center to break out. And then you have the other opposite wing coming on to support, and you can dump the puck in or skate the puck in. But it's just been way too sloppy in the offensive or the defensive zone. Then on the offensive zone, the forecheck is either it's super good or it's very lazy. And once you get the puck, again, it's sloppy. The Devils can't seem to, when they're not in the rhythm of it, they can't seem to just grab the puck and get control of it in the offensive zone. It gets sticked away, and then it's in the left corner, and then it moves to the right corner, and then it's out and about, and there's a lot of battles, and then the puck gets out. Or they get the puck, and then they make one pass, and it gets deflected, and then the opposing team gets it and breaks the puck out. There's also, once you get the puck, once the Devils have gotten the puck and got some control, they haven't been able to get a lot of shots. Last night, they did not get a lot of good shots in the first period. In the third period, it was hit or miss, really. So that just goes to show you when the Devils are bad, what's happening. When they're good, the breakout's been very sharp. It's defenseman to center or defenseman to wing to center, and they're out. A little reverse pass from one defenseman to the other slows down the defensive zone breakout, but they break out a lot easier. In the neutral zone, there's no turnovers. And in the offensive zone, it's crisp pass. It's a hard forecheck. You get it, you cycle it, you get it back up to the D, and there's shots on net. There's a ton of creativity going on, especially with the Hughes, Bratt, Toffoli line. That's been awesome to see. But it's very like here or it's here. There's no middle ground. It seems to be very on or very off. Especially just handling the puck handling. Going into specifics, we'll go into specific players now. One specific player before we get to Jack Hughes, I want to talk about his brother Luke, as it's his first kind of couple games being a regular in the NHL. And offensively, he looks creative. He looks like his mind is moving 1,000 miles an hour. He has a ton of great ideas, and he can really move the puck. On the power play, he looks good. He just needs to simplify it a little bit. Sometimes he's overcomplicating it, trying to do one too many moves. And that's just not in the offensive zone. That's in the defensive zone either. Defensive zone, he looks a little nonchalant at times. Just like moving the puck, and sometimes this is the NHL. The players will get on you, get you a good hit, and they're going to steal the puck and go the other way with it. So I need a bit more sense of urgency from Luke Hughes in the defensive zone and a little more simplicity. There's times to be creative. There's times to make the great move, but it doesn't need to be every time. And I think Luke Hughes needs to understand when to make the simple play and when to maybe break out the dangles. It'll come. I'm not worried about Luke Hughes, but that's the progression I want to see from Luke Hughes. But you know who's been awesome? Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes has been a god on ice. You couldn't have asked anybody for a better start from Jack Hughes. He is the magic man. He is all worldly, all knowing. He is Himothy. That's who Jack Hughes has been. 17 points in 6 games, 4 goals, 13 assists, and I think only 2 or 3 of those have been secondary assists. Almost all of his assists are primary assists. You can't tell me that he's getting extra points for not doing as much or he's just filling it. No, he is making everything happen. And he's dynamic as hell, dynamic as he ever's been. His speed has been top tier. His edge work, I think, has gotten supremely better this year. I think that's one of the biggest differences, edge work. And also, he's not afraid to go to the middle. He's not afraid. First couple years, he wasn't physical enough that if he wanted to cut in, a defender would kind of get in his way, and he wasn't fast enough to give the defender a threat as much to beat him outside. So the defender wasn't worried about that, so he'd step up to not force him in the middle. Now, he can take you outside, and he's done that a couple times, and when the defender's worried about him getting beat outside, he cuts right in the middle, so dangerous, and rips one. His shot has definitely improved. He's hitting that low blocker very well, between the blocker and the pad. He hit that very well against Detroit. This is a different level of Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes has entered the realm which I did not think he would ever enter. I thought he could be a tier 2 elite player with Pastrnak, Kaprizov, Kucherov. And those guys are elite. And I would have been so happy with Jack Hughes being in that level. But he has stepped it up to the top tier of players. McDavid's in his own tier. So you'll put that's the McDavid tier. But the elite of the elite, you got Matthews. You got Makar. You got McKinnon. McDavid's obviously there, but he's in his own tier. I'm forgetting somebody. Matthews, Leon, Makar, McDavid, and Jack Hughes. That's who. He's entered that category. He's in that realm, which is insane to say, but he's there. He really is, and it's just such a dream to see. Tyler Toffoli started off slow, but you're starting to see what makes Tyler Toffoli so good. He is in the right place at the right time. His hockey IQ is off the charts. He has great shot. He might not be the fastest guy, but he doesn't need to be. Those other guys, Bratt, Hughes, use their speed and their edge work. Toffoli slides a bit, finds the open ice. They get it to him, he scores. Or he's in the right place for the rebound. Or he reads the puck battle like he did a couple times, and he finds where the puck's going to be and goes towards there, so when the puck battle is won or lost, or he could just tap the puck and win the puck battle. His hockey IQ is what makes him. His shot and his hockey IQ is what makes Tyler Toffoli the player, and he's been awesome. 6 goals in 6 games. Had a hattie against his former team in Montreal. 2 goals against the Capitals. Jesper Bratt's been unreal. 10 points in 6 games. I think I need to see Nico Hischier come along a bit. Only 2 goals. I think he started off a bit slow. It wasn't that he wasn't getting opportunities, but I think he's going to start to put more pucks in the net, get some assists. He doesn't have any assists yet. But the last couple games, I've seen a lot better of Nico Hischier. And I'm not worried about Timo Meier either. He has 1 goal, but he has 5 points in 6 games. The goals will come for Timo. They come in bunches. He's one of those guys who will score 5 goals in 7 games, but then will go 4 games with maybe a goal or no goals. So he's very clumpy. When he's hot, he's hot. When he's not, he's not. But he's still putting up other ways to find putting up points. What I want to see more is the third line. We talked about how good the Devils' top 9 was. So I want to see more from Haula, from Palat. Dawson Mercer doesn't have a point yet. I need to see more from these guys. Dawson Mercer, you're in a contract year. You are a huge piece to this team. I need to see you take a step up. And that's not to say that we're not scoring enough. Obviously, the defense has been the problem. The Devils defensively need to be sharper, but I do want to see more from that third line. Defensively, Dougie Hamilton's been lighting up a lamp. John Marino definitely has started off slow. I have confidence he'll pick it back up. You're starting to see him. He just needs to be a little bit more physical and a little bit more aware of puck. He needs to be moving the puck a bit faster. Just everything needs to be moving a bit faster. Needs to be making decisions. Just everything a tick faster. Decision making, head manning, just whatever. Everything needs to be just a little bit faster and just clean it up. Clean up the mistakes a bit, and he's gonna be fine. Siegenthaler has been good, decent. A team defense needs to be where the Devils need to improve, and just clean up the sloppiness. Goaltending wise, I know Schmid didn't have the greatest game last night, got pulled, but mostly it really hasn't been on the goaltender's fault. They've been okay. They've been serviceable. Have they stolen a game? No, but they've been good enough. They've been good enough that the Devils should be better. So I'm hoping this rust gets knocked off defensively. It shows that it's just October. I think they have a lot more levels to go to. I'm not really too worried. I think that they can put solid 60 minutes together. They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be great, actually. So it's just putting together 3 solid periods every time you go out there, not having this sloppy play, crisp passes, crisp decision makings, and more shots on net. It doesn't need to be this perfect bang bang play. Is it really nice and does it work a lot for like the Hughes line? Yeah, but for the Halla line, Mercer and Platt, just get the puck on net and create chaos. I mean, you saw Holtz with that power play goal, or right at the end, just there was a shot on net, a little bit of a scrum, and he finds a way to put it in. That's what I want to see. I don't know if Palat or Hall or Holtz, out of all whoever's on that third line, that's what I need to see a bit more of. I will say Holtz has gotten a lot faster. I need him to shoot, like I said after the first game, more shots on net from Holtz. I need to find ways to get him shots, but otherwise he looks a lot better. He looks like he can play at the pace of the game. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the Devils' start to the year of a 3-2-1. You can let me know in the comments. My Twitter will be there. You can tweet me. But offensively, good, but inconsistent. Defensively, needs to get better, and I think it will get better. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.